Good evening, I'm Dacia Richards with Wednesday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from the Dominican Republic. Authorities in the Dominican Republic have launched a hunt for undocumented migrants in hospitals, arresting pregnant women and mothers with newborns in a crackdown on arrivals from neighboring Haiti. 87 women and 48 children were arrested Monday in hospitals and maternity wards across the Caribbean nation, which is on a drive to expel migrants from gang-plagued, deeply impoverished Haiti. Over half of the women who were arrested Monday, the first day of the operation targeting hospitals, were pregnant according to official figures. The rest had recently given birth. No men were detained. Dominican President Luis Abinader has taken a tough line on migration from crisis-ravaged Haiti since coming to power in 2020. The two countries share the island of Hispaniola, the second biggest in the Caribbean after Cuba. The Dominican government has said that while migrants may receive medical care, they will be deported immediately afterwards if they are found to be in the country illegally. Abinader also announced plans to extend the 54-kilometer, 33-mile wall between the nations and recently deployed more troops to the border. Under the new hospital protocol, which the president unveiled earlier this month, medical staff must ask migrants for an identification document, a letter from an employer, proof of residence, and a payment for their care. While in the United States of America, a federal judge in Colorado directed President Donald Trump's administration on Tuesday to give Venezuelan migrants detained in that state notice 21 days in advance before any deportations under a law historically used only in wartime, and to inform them of their right to challenge their removal. In a written ruling maintaining a temporary block within Colorado on deportations under the 1798 Alien Enemies Act, U.S. District Judge Charlotte Sweeney said the administration must tell the migrants in a language they understand that they have the right to consult a lawyer. During a court hearing on Monday, Sweeney had expressed skepticism that the 24 hours notice the administration had pledged to give would satisfy the U.S. Supreme Court's earlier order requiring migrants be given the opportunity to challenge their removals in court. Finally, U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said in a Tuesday speech that the ongoing tariff showdown against China is unsustainable and expects a quote-unquote de-escalation in the trade war between the world's two largest economies. But in a private speech in Washington for J.P. Morgan Chase, Bessent also cautioned that talks between the United States and China had yet to formally start. Trump placed import taxes of 145% on China, which is countered with 125% tariffs on U.S. goods. Trump has placed tariffs on several dozen countries, causing the stock market to stumble and interest rates to increase on U.S. debt as investors worry about slower economic growth and higher inflationary pressures. The S&P 500 stock index rose after Bloomberg News initially reported Bessent's remarks. The Trump administration has met with talks with counterparts from Japan, India, South Korea, the European Union, Canada, and Mexico, among other nations. But Trump has shown no public indications that he has plans to pull back his baseline 10% tariff, even as he has insisted he's looking for other nations to cut their own import taxes and remove any non-tariff barriers that the administration says have hindered exports from the U.S. Thank you for watching. Do have a great rest of the week. Until next time.